then the world gonna wanna know that I'm your hoochie man.
No one person invented rock and roll, but one musician did as much as anyone to inspire some of its greatest stars. A blues legend who's still going strong. Kelefa Sanneh talks with the great Buddy Guy.
I've been mistreated.
On a hot Chicago evening this past summer, Buddy Guy was still singing the blues.
You know what I'm talking about.
A crowd had gathered in Guy's nightclub, appropriately called Legends. With Guy's 8 children, they celebrated his birthday. His 87th birthday. As the last of the great old-school bluesmen, Buddy Guy has lived a life that sounds like a blues song.
I started picking cotton at 6. When I got to be 12 or 13, I was driving the tractor. I've been working 81 years.
A long time.
That's a long time to be working.
And he's still working. He's on a worldwide tour, each night kicking off with his signature lyric.
Damn right, I got the blues. From my head down to my shoes. You mother, all right.
The cry of Buddy Guy's voice matches the cry of his guitar. He's been playing since he was a boy, living in this shack in tiny Lettsworth, Louisiana. His parents were sharecroppers. At first, Guy stripped wire out of the window screens to build a makeshift guitar.
Boogie chiller.
He'd heard a song by John Lee Hooker.
First thing I ever learned how to play was Boogie Chillin'.
Boogie Chillin'.
My dad had finally got an old phonograph that you wind up. And when I learned how to play that, I went walking for 3 miles because I wanted somebody to hear me. Because I thought if I moved my fingers from where I had them at, I was going to never find that again.
In 1957, at age 21, he packed some clothes and a real guitar and took off for Chicago, where blues was big business.
You remember going up these stairs, Mr.
A lot of times, yeah.
He played sessions at Chess, the influential Chicago record company. The building is now home to Willie Dixon's Blues Heaven Foundation.
What's going through your mind at that moment?
I'm in school taking lessons
Taking lessons
from the great.
from the great Muddy Waters.
I think I might have been about 23 or 24 then, and what else can you act for sitting behind muddy waters?
He learned from the masters, Muddy Waters,
I'm a man.
Howlin' Wolf.
I have a little red rooster.
But he wanted to be more than just a student.
I said, if I stand up and walk down that bar, somebody go pay attention to me, and they did.
If you wanted to make it, you had to find a way to get people to pay attention to you.
Well, that's what I was doing. I say, I might not sound good, but it'll make somebody think I'm wild, and that's what they first started calling me, the little wild man from Louisiana.
His version of the blues was noisy. It was funny, and it didn't really appeal to the head of Chess Records.
You developed this style that not everyone liked. Leonard Chess at Chess Records told you, buddy, you're doing too much, play less, calm down.
Yep, until the British heard it.
Yes, the British heard and copied.
I am the little red rooster.
The Rolling Stones.
True legs, the crow
Eric Clapton, who called Guy the best guitar player alive. In America, guitar gods like Jimi Hendrix, Carlos Santana, and Stevie Ray Vaughan all talked about the debt they owed Buddy Guy.
What about when all these guys are taking influence from you and they're becoming huge rock stars, and you're not? Was it hard for you to watch them having that kind of success, playing music that's based on what you do?
Sir, they did more for black blues musicians than I did for playing for myself because they let white America know who Muddy Waters and B.B. King and all that. Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? It would take these young guys from England to help America discover something that's already here.
Yeah.
These people like the Rolling Stones, people like Eric Clapton, become huge stars, inspired partly by your dad. How did he feel about that?
He's always been very humble about it. I've never heard him say one bad thing about that. It's kind of like he understood that he had to walk so they could run.
We sat down with 3 of Guy's children. Rashana is a rapper. Gregory sometimes joins his dad on stage on guitar. Carlise has her own blues band.
Is he still unpredictable on stage?
Yes, sir. It's so intimidating.
People say, you look like you're doing fine. I say, I probably have to go and change clothes after that. Look at no nails. I bite my nails when I'm like, he gonna call me out there.
It wasn't until the early 90s that Guy really got mainstream recognition. His 1991 album, Damn Right I've Got the Blues, won him the first of his 8 Grammy Awards.
We've got some, not all, some of your Grammy Awards.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Every time I look at it, I feel like crying because I say, you know, how in the world did I get that?
I heard you singing Al Green, so you have started something, you gotta keep it up now.
In 2012, he played the White House and convinced President Obama to join in.
Come on. Baby, don't you wanna go?
You might think he'd be satisfied.
What do you think has kept him going, kept him touring all these years?
He loves what he loves. He loves it. I sit and look at his tour schedule now, and I get tired just looking at it. And me and my siblings and my peers in the industry, they like, WTF. How is he doing that? Are you serious?
Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you.
In fact, what he's calling his farewell tour is scheduled to run until at least next May, and just maybe beyond.
Do you ever think about some of the old guys, if they could see this? Buddy Guy's still here. He's got his own club here in downtown Chicago.
They would probably look at me and say, yeah, I did what they asked me to do. Don't let the blues die. And I'm still trying to keep it alive. And that's another rhyme for a song.
Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. Thank you.